Good morning, everyone. So, welcome back to the farm. And this morning I went and talked to Jim about a mower kit setup, because I said in the last episode that I might be able to get this field mowed. That used to be the cow pasture, so we might be able to get in a dairy farm sooner than later. So this setup here is the same setup that I used to mow the Farmers Planting Forum field. And Jim said this setup would cost about $225,000. I was like, well, I really don't have that much yet, but that is something I definitely want to get. And I'm going to need it, especially if I'm going to do dairy. That way I can get my own feed and whatnot. So he said, why don't you take it and try it out in your field and tell me what you think. So we're demoing it. So let's go and get this started and get my bearings around it again. It's been a little while since I've been in a Massey. It's been a couple days or a month or so. So we'll get these lowered and we'll get out in the field. Now, he said for whatever reason the GPS isn't working currently right now on this tractor. And Jason is trying to figure it out. Probably a loose connection somewhere. So we don't have GPS on this today, which is fine. Doesn't bother me a bit. It's just the lines aren't going to be nearly as straight as they would be if we had GPS, right? But we're going to get out on the field and get this going. We'll get the drone up and throw on some tunes, and we'll get the day started out mowing.
Brush, winding down but still sparky. And right now it's 11:04 here in Frankenmuth, just one day out from the big Farmers Planting Forum. You can feel the energy already. Vendors are setting up, tractors are getting polished, and the tents are popping. It's gonna be a full day tomorrow. Let's talk weather real quick. We're sitting at 78 degrees, headed for a high of 83 by early afternoon. A pretty mild one compared to earlier this week, but still warm enough to make you sweat if you're hustling in the sun. So stay cool, stay hydrated, and don't forget that hat. Now, less fun update on the YouTube front. Looks like we lost a rider on the crew train. We're down to 165 subscribers. Still holding steady overall, but hey, if you're listening or watching and haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. We've got big plans coming up, and you won't want to miss them. Hit that button and help us grow the crew. Alright, let's ride this next one out with a fan favorite, Rust County Revival coming in hot with no shade on the plains. Let it roll.
Nothing but miles and a prayer in my hands, rolling through a heat wave, working this land. Cicadas sing like a sermon in July, feels like a furnace, no clouds in the sky. Sweat drips slow, driving fence post stakes, taking deep pulls from breaks I don't take. No shade on the plains, just fire in the breeze. Ain't no mercy in a sun like these. But I ain't running, I was raised to stay. With cracked hands and faith, I'll find my way. Out here where the wild wind reigns, there's no shade on the plains. Tractor got a cough and a limp, but she still drags steel like a championship. Corn won't wait and time don't bend. Another storm's due by the weekend's end. Talk to the Lord by the light of a flare. Said if you're listening I could use some air. He just laughed like a crow in a tree. Said son, I made it hard so you lean on me. No shade on the plains, just fire in the breeze. Ain't no mercy in a sun like these. feels like scars in the dirt. Every acre earned, every callus hurt. But when dusk rolls in with a pink sky chill, the silence says, boy, you got iron will. No shade on the plains, but I ain't afraid. Burned into the bones of the life I've made. There's pride in sweat and truth in pain. No regrets where the strong remain. Out here where the wild wind reigns, there's no shade on the plains. No shade on the plains.
Just refueling the Massey, and we got done. So it actually ran pretty good. It's definitely something that I'm gonna invest in getting into. But we got the whole field up here done. Take a look at that real quick. Went through it pretty quick. It only took about an hour to do the entire field, plus what I did for the rest of the stuff as well. So we got this done. I think the plan is to next see about getting a tedder to turn some of this into hay, and obviously a windrow. We will have to bell some of it. Now, I don't want to bell everything. I think I'm going to have some grass loose, because I want to turn it into silage, but right now I currently don't have the money to get a beller and a wrapper. Ooh, I missed this. I should, I'll get that on the way out. But, yeah, I don't have the money for that. Just the mowing kit itself is over what I have. So we're definitely going to have to figure out some of that stuff, but you know, it'll come in time. We'll get a full setup and whatnot for all of it. We'll probably have to lease some things in order to do that, but I think it'll be something that we'll be able to do. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, I'm going to turn some into grass, have some loose. I'm going to put it in the silo for now, and to eventually pull it back out, put it out, and bell it and wrap it for silage, because I'm going to need silage to make feed, TMR, for the dairy cows once I get it. So, just thinking in the future, I don't want to sell it or anything like that. I want to plan ahead and whatnot. So, alright, looks like we got that done. So, I'm going to take this back up to Jim and thank him for letting me use it, and see about getting a tedder and a windrow. I'll see you up at Ridgeline. Alright, headed back over here to shop B. That's where their cleaner is, because this is actually the paint shop. So A is the workshop slash purchase items and whatnot. Ooh, what am I doing? I hit the wrong button. My leg must have hit that button to start taking that down. Yeah, some professional I am. I'm not, as you can tell. But building A is the shop area to purchase seeds and fertilizer, stuff like that. Shop B is the paint shop and wash area, and then building C that we spend most of our time in, of course, is the leasing office for equipment. It's right there next to the yard. So let's jump in here and talk to Jim real quick. Hey Jim, thanks so much for letting me demo the Massey and mowing kit. It's definitely something I'm going to look into getting.
Anytime. But hey, I'm going to head to lunch.
Yeah, I know you're getting ready to take lunch. I was just stopping by real quick to see if we could see about getting a windrow and a tedder, and return, obviously, the mowing kit to you. But if you want, I can come back later.
No, I can take care of it real quick.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, just something that I can pull with the Deutz far is fine. Alright guys, so it's after lunch now. Jim went ahead and got that stuff for me real quick before he took off for lunch. And when he went to lunch, he dropped me back off at the farm. So I've already been up there with the tractor and grabbed the windrow and the tedder and brought them back. So they're right over here. Now these aren't demoed. I actually leased these out. So I think, like I said, the plan is we'll have this whole front field over here be the hay, and then everything else is going to be grass. So getting this lowered now and getting out on that field and getting this going. I think maybe I should start over here and kind of ted this part too, just to add it in there. So get right up over here on the edge. Just make sure that's where it needs to be and that it's slightly over the field for Walter's field, because there was some grass that went over there that I need to get as well to get it off his field. And off we go. Everything feels like it's working just right for us, so that's good to hear. But now all we got left to do is just up and down and to chit chat a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to the farmers planting forum that takes place tomorrow. They've been advertising that the mayor's going to do a speech around 9 o'clock in the morning, so I want to make sure to be down there for that. And we may have lined up between 4 and 5 out-of-towners coming in and being special guests for this year's forum. So really looking forward to hearing what they have to say, and really just what's going on in their neighborhood and whatnot. It'll be a little bit of a fresh idea on what's going on farms, and maybe I can pull some ideas from them and learn from them. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw the drone up and get working on getting this windrowed. So have you guys ever gotten like super focused into something to you forgot to do something? Yeah, well, that's what I did. As you can see, I have already tedded the field where I'm going to turn into hay. And I was so in the zone, focusing on getting it done, that I didn't even think about throwing the drone up and recording. So that did not get done. But all you can do is continue going and push forward, right? So, oh, I missed this whole area when I was mowing. Yeah, no, definitely not a professional by any stretch of the means. But this whole area up here is going to be the hay, and then the whole farmyard area is going to be the grass area. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get these back up to ridge line and get them turned back in. And I need to see about getting something to pick up the loose hay. Now, I know that we did that with the forage harvester pickup that I had on the front of the tractor for the form. So maybe see if that's available or whatnot to pick up the loose stuff. And then I gotta let the grass dry now that it's been tedded for a little bit. And then I'll see about getting a beller if they even make one small enough for this tractor. But I'll catch you guys up at ridgeline. Alright. Hey Jim, thanks for letting me use them. Here's them back for you. Just wanted to return them. Yeah, I know, I forgot to clean them. I'll pay the extra fee. My mind is just really spacey today.
I won't charge you this time, but next time I will.
But I was going to see if I potentially could use that forage pickup.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. I will go pick it up, and I'll bring it back here in a little bit. Alright, that was really awesome of them. Said that I could borrow it for now. So we're going to drive over here to building A. It should still be right over there. Yep, sure is. So I do have my front weight on, so we are going to need to drop that down first. So we'll just put it right next to it. That way when I bring it back, I'll see my weight and I can pick it up once I pick up the forage pickup. Or drop it, the forage pickup off, I can pick up my weight. That's what I'm trying to say. But alright, so let's get back to the farm, and we'll get my trailer back out, and we'll try and pick up some of that loose grass before it gets too late in the evening. It's already 2 o'clock, so let's see what we can do. So we get over here, and it's quite a bit to pick up. I'm not sure how many trailer loads it's going to be to pick all of it up, but we'll definitely get it done today, and then later on this evening I will get out here and bell up the grass, or the hay that I let dry. I just want the sun to bake down on it for the rest of the evening until it's ready. I may even wait till tomorrow morning and get up super early in the morning and bell it. So we'll kind of see what all is going to happen for that. Alright, and let's see. Over there's all of that for the hay. There's a little bit of grass area there, but let's go ahead and get that pipe out, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the drone up while I do this, just for easier vision for you guys. And I think we'll get this started right here. Pick up this stuff here, try not to get too much of the hay, and just get this grass going, and get it picked up, and see what all it's going to do. So $225,000 just for the motor setup. I know that. I also did some additional research on the feed mixer, and also the beller and the bell wrap, and everything that we would need associated with that. A bigger tractor for an upgraded tractor. We're going to need close to $1 million to be able to afford all of that. And on top of that, I've also got to think about this oat field here to our right is going to be ready to harvest in about, I think it's like July, September, or July, August time frame, that it'll be ready to harvest. I'm going to have to think about getting or leasing a harvester. Now, I had one. If you remember at the very beginning, I couldn't get the head to work on it, the header, but I sold it along with a Landini tractor to be able to afford this Deutz-Fahrer that I have. So I'm going to have to figure that out too. The grass will be ready to mow in the other field prior to that. So I'm going to have to lease mowers and a tractor in order to do that field, or I can go ahead and buy them. If I go ahead and buy them by the time that it's ready, there's no way I'm going to have the stuff available to purchase the cow barn that I need, as well as the cattle itself, and then all the equipment that's going to go with it. I'm definitely going to have to start doing some contracts to try and make that money, and we might be able to get it to work, but I don't know. Oh, I cut that a little too close to the house. So we're going to have to do some serious thinking after the Farmers Planting Forum and figure out exactly what we want to do and how we want to do it. So, well, this trailer is full, so let's go ahead and get that over here and empty that into the silo. So yeah, we're going to have to think about goal setting and what's the little goals to get to the big goal. So we'll definitely look into that, but I'm not going to worry too much about that for right now. I'm just going to enjoy what we're doing and keep the farm going. We're keeping this rescue alive. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys stick around and subscribe. That way you can see the Farmers Planting Forum. That's going to be the next episode. It's going to be out on Wednesday. So I hope to see you all there. Peace.